Ladies and gentlemen, there will come a time in your life when you feel like you're drowning in the fire of hardship, when every step feels heavier than the last and every door you knock on refuses to open. When the world turns its back on you and even your own reflection seems unfamiliar. No struggle lasts forever, but the regret of giving up does. Life has a way of testing us, pushing us to our limits, and throwing obstacles in our path that seem impossible to overcome. The weight of hardship can feel unbearable, making us question whether we have the strength to keep going. But no matter how heavy the burden, no matter how relentless the storm, nothing lasts forever. Seasons change, pain fades, and the challenges that seem insurmountable today will one day be nothing more than a memory. What does last, however, is the regret of surrendering to the struggle, of letting hardship break you instead of build you. There is a reason why every great story, every remarkable success is born out of adversity. Diamonds are made under pressure, gold is refined in fire, and warriors are forged in battle. The very hardships that try to bring you down are the ones that shape you into someone stronger. If you never face resistance, you would never grow. If life were easy, you would never discover what you are truly capable of. Strength isn't built in comfort, it's built in struggle. It's in those moments when you feel like giving up that you must remind yourself why you started in the first place. Because quitting might give you temporary relief, but the pain of wondering what could have been will haunt you far longer than any struggle ever could. Think of the moments in your life when you faced difficulty but pushed through. Maybe it was a time when you felt lost, rejected, or completely broken, yet here you are, standing, surviving, proving that even when you thought you couldn't make it, you did. That is proof that no struggle is permanent. You've conquered hardships before and you will do it again. Every single challenge you face has contributed to the person you are today. The wisdom, the resilience, the fire inside you, that all comes from what you have endured. Imagine if you had given up back then. Imagine if you had let fear win. You would not be who you are now, and you would not be able to handle the challenges still ahead. Pain is a test, but it is also a teacher. It teaches you patience, endurance, and resilience. It teaches you to fight even when your body is tired and your mind is full of doubt. And the most important lesson it teaches, that nothing in this life is permanent. Hard times come, but they also go. What remains is the decision you made when you were at your lowest. Did you fight? Did you rise? Did you choose to believe in yourself when no one else did? You can either let hardship shape you or break you. You can either grow from it or let it define you. But if you choose to endure, if you choose to push through, you will find that every hardship was not meant to destroy you. It was meant to make you unstoppable. Just like gold is purified in fire, your struggles are molding you into the person you were meant to be. Fire does not destroy gold, it refines it. It burns away the impurities, stripping away everything that does not belong, leaving behind something stronger, something purer, something more valuable. And just like that gold, you are being refined by the fire of your struggles. The pain, the failures, the setbacks, they are not here to break you. They are here to shape you, to burn away the doubt, the fear, the weakness that is holding you back from becoming the person you were destined to be. Growth does not happen in comfort. Strength is not built in ease. The people who achieve greatness, the ones who rise above their circumstances, are the ones who embraced the fire instead of running from it. They understood that every challenge, every hardship, every painful moment was part of the process. It's easy to wish that life would be smooth, that success would come without resistance, that happiness would be effortless. But without the struggle, there would be no strength. Without the setbacks, there would be no wisdom. Without the fire, there would be no refinement. Think of the times you've struggled, the moments when life felt unfair, when everything seemed to be falling apart. In those moments, it may have felt like the end, like you were being punished, like you were alone in the fire. But look at where you are now. You survived. You endured. And whether you realize it or not, you came out of those struggles different, stronger, wiser, more resilient. You may not have seen it then, but every tear, every failure, every painful moment was shaping you, preparing you for what's ahead. Your trials are not a sign that you are failing, they are a sign that you are growing. The fire is not there to consume you, it is there to transform you. Every successful person, every champion, every warrior has walked through fire to get where they are. They have been tested, pushed, and broken down. But instead of giving up, instead of running from the pain, they allowed the process to refine them. They chose to trust that the struggle was not the end of their story, it was just part of their journey. No one becomes great without being tested. No one reaches their full potential without facing hardship. The struggle you are in right now, the pain you are feeling, is not here to defeat you. It is here to strengthen you. You are being molded, refined, and prepared for something greater. So when the fire comes, do not fear it, embrace it. Because on the other side of that fire is the version of you that was always meant to rise. The greatest fight isn't outside, it's in your mind. The real battle isn't with the obstacles in front of you, the competition around you, or the circumstances you were born into. The real fight is with the voice inside your head that tells you, you can't. The doubt that whispers, you're not good enough. The fear that convinces you to hesitate when you should be moving forward. That is the battle you must win, because the moment you conquer your mind, you conquer everything else. Doubt is one of the most powerful forces that can hold you back. It sneaks in when you're unsure, when things aren't going your way, when the path ahead seems unclear. Doubt tells you that your dreams are too big, that you don't have what it takes, that success is for other people, not you. But doubt is a liar. Every person who has ever accomplished something great has faced it. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is that the successful ones refuse to let doubt make their decisions for them. They push forward even when they're uncertain. They take the leap even when fear tries to hold them back. Fear works the same way. It's designed to keep you comfortable, to keep you from taking risks, to keep you from stepping into your full potential. Fear tells you that failing is too painful, that rejection is too embarrassing, that trying isn't worth it if you might lose. But here's the truth. You cannot let fear dictate your future. Fear will always be there, but it has no real power unless you give it control. Every time you push past fear, every time you refuse to back down, you weaken its grip on your life. And the more you face it, the stronger you become. Your circumstances do not define your destiny. Where you come from, what you've been through, and what you're facing right now, none of it has the power to stop you unless you let it. History is filled with people who started with nothing, who were counted out, who faced impossible odds and still rose to greatness. They didn't let their environment determine their future. They decided that no matter where they started, they were going to take control of where they ended up. And you have that same power. The key to winning in life is mastering your mind. When doubt creeps in, replace it with belief. When fear tries to paralyze you, move forward anyway. When your circumstances seem overwhelming, remind yourself that you are greater than anything you face. The mind is the battlefield where victories are won or lost long before the fight even begins. If you can train your mind to be stronger than your emotions, to be more determined than your fears, and to believe in yourself even when no one else does, there is nothing in this world that can stop you. Even if you're moving slow, you're still moving. Progress isn't always fast, and success isn't always immediate. Sometimes the journey feels long, exhausting, and frustrating. You might not see results right away. You might question whether the effort is even worth it. But here's what you need to remember. Every step forward, no matter how small, is still progress. Every push, every struggle, every late night and early morning is adding up, even when it doesn't feel like it. Too often, people give up because they don't see instant results. They expect overnight success, quick wins, and immediate breakthroughs. And when things don't happen as fast as they want, they start to doubt themselves. They start to believe the lie that if it's not happening now, it's never going to happen. But success doesn't work like that. Growth doesn't work like that. Everything worthwhile takes time. A tree doesn't grow the day you plant it. A foundation doesn't turn into a building overnight. But just because you can't see the results yet doesn't mean they're not happening. The most important thing is to keep moving. It doesn't matter if you're crawling, walking, or running. Just don't stop. Some days you'll make big strides. Other days you'll barely inch forward. But every single effort, no matter how small, is bringing you closer to your goal. Too many people quit right before their breakthrough, right before things start to shift. They get tired, they lose faith, but if they had just taken a few more steps, if they had just held on a little longer, they would have seen how close they really were. You have to trust the process. You have to believe that your effort is not wasted, your hard work is not in vain, and your struggle is not pointless. Every time you push forward, you are building momentum. Every time you refuse to quit, you are strengthening your resilience. Every small win is stacking up, getting you ready for the big one. You may not see it yet, but your consistency is creating the foundation for your success. Think of the people who have achieved great things. None of them got there overnight. They kept showing up even when it was hard. They kept pushing even when it felt pointless. They kept believing even when there was no evidence that things would change. That's what separates those who make it from those who don't. It's not about talent, luck, or timing. It's about persistence. It's about refusing to quit when things get tough. It's about taking one more step, even when you feel like stopping. So no matter how slow it feels, keep moving. No matter how small the progress, keep pushing. Because every single effort, no matter how insignificant it seems, is leading you to the breakthrough you've been waiting for. Every great success story comes from someone who refused to quit when everything was against them. The most inspiring stories in life are not about those who had it easy or those who stumbled into success. No, the real stories of triumph come from those who faced adversity head on and refused to back down when the odds were stacked against them. Success is not a straight path. It is paved with obstacles, setbacks, and moments when giving up seems like the easiest option. But it is precisely in those moments when you choose to keep going that you are writing your own success story. Think about all the great achievers, the icons, the pioneers. None of them made it to the top by taking the easy road. They all faced tremendous challenges. They were told they would fail, told they weren't good enough, told to give up. And yet they chose to continue. They chose to fight when everything in them screamed to quit. It wasn't their talent or their circumstances that set them apart. It was their refusal to quit. They understood that the greatest victories are not won in moments of comfort, but in moments of struggle. And when you look at the journey they took, you'll see that the setbacks were not the end of their story, they were the beginning of it. Your struggle today will be your testimony tomorrow. The pain, the failures, the hardships you're enduring right now are not for nothing. They are the very things that will build your strength, sharpen your character, and prepare you for what's to come. The challenges you face today will be the foundation of your success tomorrow. When you overcome these obstacles, you will have a story to tell, a testimony that will inspire others to keep going when they feel like giving up. Every great testimony is born out of struggle. The greatest stories are those that come from the hardest battles, the most difficult circumstances. And here's the truth. When you're in the midst of the struggle, it's easy to doubt. It's easy to feel like you're stuck, like you'll never make it to the other side. But remember that the struggle is the process, not the end. The hard times you're experiencing now are shaping you into the person you need to become to handle the success that is waiting for you. You are being tested, stretched, and strengthened in ways you don't fully understand yet. But one day, when you look back, you'll see that everything you went through was necessary to get you to where you are. When you refuse to quit, when you keep pushing through, you transform. You evolve into someone who has earned their success. Someone who understands that victory doesn't come without effort. Your story will not just be one of success, it will be a story of perseverance, of triumph over adversity, and of a spirit that refused to be defeated. And they will find strength in your testimony. So keep going even when everything is against you. Because what you're going through today will be the proof of your resilience tomorrow. When life knocks you down, stand up again. When doors slam shut, kick open a window. When the world says you can't, you look yourself in the mirror and say, watch me. Because here's the truth. Your struggles do not define you. Your response to them does. Your mind is the battlefield. If you allow fear, doubt, and pain to take control, they will. But if you choose to fight back, if you choose to believe, if you choose to take just one more step, you will walk out of the fire stronger than you ever imagined. So whatever you're facing today, keep pushing, keep grinding, keep believing. Because the fire you're in right now, it's not here to destroy you. It's here to refine you. And one day, when you stand on the other side of this storm, looking back at the path you walked, you will realize that the hardest roads led to the greatest destinations. So don't stop, don't quit, keep going, because the best version of you is waiting on the other side.